Hello all, welcome to Selenium Python Training Series. In this session, as part of part 9 of this Behave BDD Hybrid Framework with Page Object Model series, okay, I'm going to show you how to set up GitHub and Jenkins to run the automation scripts of the framework that we have created from part 1 to part 8, okay. We have started building of this Behave BDD Hybrid Framework with Page Object Model from part 1, and at part 8, that is in the previous part or in the previous session, we completed that. Now, I'm going to show you how to use GitHub and Jenkins. Because in real time, we use GitHub and Jenkins. Okay, so how to use them or set up this GitHub and Jenkins to run the automation scripts and all those stuff regarding this Behave BDD Hybrid Framework with Page Object Model project. I'm going to cover now. Okay, most of the things we already completed as part of the previous things. You see here, there is a separate section on GitHub and Jenkins. Okay, if you have gone through this session will become very easy for you. Okay, so expand this. So for this to understand, as part of this section, we already installed Jenkins in our machine. Okay, Jenkins is already installed in our machine. Okay, we don't have to install again, but we have to launch it. Okay, how to launch it? Go to the download somewhere. I put the Jenkins.war file is still there. Okay, this is a file we have earlier downloaded, and so using this file, we have installed Jenkins. Now we don't have to install again. Simply we have to run the Jenkins. Okay. So it's already installed, but we have to run it. Okay. Once you close the command prompt and all, Jenkins will stop. So again, if you want to start the Jenkins, select this path where the Jenkins .war file is there and type cmd, and you'll get this Windows command prompt where the location of this is downloads. Here, type one command java-jar. For this, Java should also be installed. In my machine, Java is already there. Some latest Java LTS version is there. Java-jar, and the file name is, in the downloads folder, we have this Jenkins.war file. Okay, this is a file, right? Jenkins.war file, and press enter. So Jenkins.war file. So it should run. Jenkins should run now. Let's wait for the Jenkins to start and run. Okay. Jenkins is full up and running. Okay. Now, once it says that Jenkins is full up and running, open any browser and say localhost colon 8080. Generally, Jenkins runs at this port number 8080. Let's wait. So here, give the credentials for the admin account I created earlier. Let me give, if I remember. Just click on sign in after entering the admin credentials. Yeah, I'm able to go to the dashboard. Now, I'll create a, okay, before doing anything here, just stop here. Okay, we'll come to this Jenkins again. So already Jenkins is installed and all. Now we'll come back to Jenkins later. Okay, this much is enough. If you are at this location, we are good. So if you think that I have not explained everything, you have to watch this section. Okay, in the previous sessions, right? I covered this Jenkins GitHub. All these things I covered here. Just go here and go back to the previous sessions and come back with that. Okay, then you will understand what I am explaining here. Okay, then already have set global tool configuration. So as part of this section itself, I have already set the global tool configuration. I'll show you if you want. The Jenkins, you just go to the dashboard. There's a dashboard, manage Jenkins, and just go to the global tool configuration to cross check whether there is a global tool configuration is already done or not. Click on the global tool configuration. Once you click on the global tool configuration, you'll be taken to this page where you can see here, you see this configuration is already done. Java home, we have set this path and all those stuff. Okay, the mainly Java, and there was other thing regarding Allure command line. There was other thing that we have configured. Okay, after installing some plugins like Allure plugin and all, we got this. And here Allure home, and we have given the path of the Allure in our machine. Okay, at this location, Allure is installed in my machine. That path I have given. Okay, this one you will only do after installing. Okay, after installing some plugins. Okay, in Jenkins we have to install. Okay, in Jenkins we have to install Allure and Shining Panda, that I have done as part of this section. Okay, this series of videos are there in this section. If you go through them, you'll understand what I have done. Okay, so then we can check the otherwise after installing this, you can check the global tool configuration, where not only the Java thing but also Java thing is set, but also this Allure command line thing is also set with this Allure home and path and all. Okay, so once this is done, what is the next activity? Create a GitHub repo in your machine. Create a GitHub repo on the github.com. Go to the GitHub. I already have an account with GitHub, so I'll directly get logged in. Okay. So if not, you have to create an account and log in. So how to do all this stuff I covered as part of the previous section I mentioned. So here, click on this and say your repositories. You'll get a lot of repositories as part of the previous session, right? I created this repository and showed to you. Now let me create one more new repository. That is, I'll just name this as tutorials ninja. I'll just name this as behave BDD hybrid framework with page object model. Okay, like this, I'll create one repository with big name. That's okay. I'll just name it public because it's free. And now I'll add a sample file instead of keeping or creating a blank repository. I'll select this readme and say create repository. Done. The repository got created with this sample readme.md file. Once that is created, once the repository got created, for the next thing, you have to install Git in your machine. Git is already there in my machine. As part of this section, I already have shown you how to install Git. So just to confirm whether Git is there in my machine, I just click on search and type Git here. And if I get this Git bash and the stuff, whatever it is, Git bash is coming with Git GUI and Git bash. Mainly Git bash. Okay, if it is there means it is successfully installed in your machine. It's already there in your machine. Now we have to clone the GitHub repo to the local repo. Okay, so how to do that? With this command we can do. So I'll tell you how to do this. Let's go to one of the location in my machine. I'll go to this, then go to one location where local repos. You see, this is a previous repo. As part of the previous sessions, I've done that. So already local repos is there. In that, I have to clone the new repo. So how to clone that? Right click, show more options, and you'll get this git bash. Select that. And here, already a lot of stuff is already done. You see, initializing the git and giving, breaking the ice with git by giving your email address and username. All these things are already done. I don't have to do that. Okay. Directly, I'm starting from here. So where I am at this location of local repos, in that local repos, I need to type one command. I have to go to this page and what is the command I have to type? Git clone GitHub repo URL. Okay. Here, copy this, and come back here, write down git clone, right click paste. Okay, I think this is the one, or so give me a second. Clone the GitHub repo to the local repo. Git clone GitHub repo URL. This kind of very big now. That's okay. Just press enter. Cloning. That's it. Got clone. Now if you go here and see, you got this tutorial Ninja Behave BDD hybrid framework with page object model. You got expand that. We'll only see this readme.md file. Then what are the next step I have to follow? Now I have to upload this project code, this framework code into the cloud GitHub repo. For that, I have to go, already I'm there. I have to go inside let me close this git bash here, and I'll go inside this folder. Already went inside this folder anyhow. Again, right click here and select show more options and say git bash here. Now the git bash has been started at this location. Now what are the next steps I have to do? I have to run some commands, okay? Copy all the projects files into the local git repo folder. So for that, what I'll do here is I'll right click on this project and say open in Explorer. I'll go to the location of this project where all the files are available, go inside and copy all these things. and move them into this. Don't move them, actually copy paste otherwise. Okay, paste it, and you'll get all the files of your project, framework project here. Just wait. So once all the files will come here. Yeah, once you get them pasted here, that's fine. Next one, git commands we have to run, git status. So type here, you're at this location actually. Now run git status, press enter. You see, these are the things that need to be that are different from the cloud repo. In cloud repo, we only have this readme.md file. There are no other files. But in the local repo, okay, a lot of files are there. I'll close this project location anyhow. This is a local repo. In this, lot of files are there. The different files are coming here. The next step, all these things are already covered as part of the this section. Okay, if you go here, you'll understand that. Small changes I'll do. That's only the thing. As part of behave BDD, what are the different things I have to do? I'll explain at the end. Simply say git add dot. I'm not going to explain these things in detail. I'll simply go command by command. Once that, again say git status. Then they move, the files move to the staging area. Then you have to commit them. Git commit -m. Give the commit message. Say initial behave BDD hybrid framework project hybrid framework project with code. With what code? Initial behave BDD hybrid framework project with sample scripts and all. Okay, and just press enter. That it will get committed and say git status here. You see your branch is head of origin main, something like that will come here. There is one commit done. Now finally, after this is done, you just have to push the code. Okay, git push. Here which branch? We are in the main branch. So git push origin space main, press enter. Now the code will be uploaded onto the cloud repo. The code will be pushed onto the cloud repo. So after this is 100% done, then go here and refresh this page. You will see all the project code here coming here. You see, it's done. That's it. We are good. Using the git commands, we have uploaded the code, okay, into the GitHub cloud repo. Now, once the code is available on this cloud repo and all, now let's use Jenkins to run this code. I'll close my, I'll close my PyCharm IDE. I'm not no more running the scripts from my local machine anymore. Rather, I'll use Jenkins. Here, Jenkins is there already. There's a cloud repo, GitHub cloud repo. With the help of Jenkins, and close all the other stuff. Nothing, Jenkins need to be running. This command prompt don't close until the task is done. Now, finally, I have to run the code from GitHub repository using Jenkins. So for that, I need to create a job. First of all, I need to create a job. Let me create, I'll show you what we have to do with these steps and I'll show you. Let me expand all this stuff. And after that, I'll show you how to create a job in Jenkins and how to get these things done. So first create a job in Jenkins. So go to Jenkins and create a new job, click on new item. And this one, just name that as behave BDD hybrid framework form page object model, otherwise page object model GitHub. Okay, we are running from GitHub, so I'm just gave GitHub. Whatever the keywords I wanted to give, I gave for that job name. I'll select the freestyle project, click on OK. Once so the job is getting created, we'll be taken to the configuration page. And in that configurations, we'll set some configurations. Like here, instead of none, you select Git. And here we have to give the repository URL. Let's give the repository URL. What is the repository URL? This is a copy this. Okay, the place project place. Okay, in the GitHub. Copy this and paste it here. That is the repository URL. And here credentials. Here already I have added the credentials of my GitHub account. Okay, earlier. So I'm just selecting that. And then what is the next one here? Master. Which branch is there? Main branch is there. The GitHub main branch is there. So change this master to main. Otherwise things are not going to work. What are the next things? Okay. So we'll do some changes here. After that is done, then I have to go to build. A lot of builds are there here. That's okay. So here we need to get custom Python builder, custom build steps. Under that custom Python, here we have to give the path of this Python in my machine. See users. You can go to this location. It will be there. If you want to go, you can go. Just open the folder, close. Just open this drive, C drive, then users folder. Go to that location. See users are in your machine. Whatever the username folder is there, and in that find hidden folder will be there. That is app data. If it's not there, you just enable the hidden folders and files. You'll be able to see that. And then go to the local. And after going to the local, we have programs. Go to the program. And in the programs, you will see Python. In Python, you will see Python 311. And in the Python 311, python.exe is there, right? Copy this first for now and paste it here, first of all. And say slash python.exe. Okay, python.exe. That's it. Nature shell is there, command, go to the command. And here type all these commands, okay? So why we have to write all these commands, I already covered as part of the previous sessions. So same reason, Python, to create a virtual environment, we have to write this command, okay? In PyCharm ID, by default, we have that environment created, but here, when you're running from the Jenkins, from GitHub, code from the GitHub, right, you have to create the virtual environment. Now, after that, you have to call this, then only the virtual environment will work, fine. Then for this to happen, virtual environment should be there. Then we are activating this bat and all the stuff. Then you have to install Selenium. Then all this packages, whatever you have to install, right? That you have to install again here. Pip install behave. Here we have to earlier in the previous time when I explained GitHub Jenkins, right? There we were installing that PyTest, but here we are installing behave because our framework is behave BDD framework. And after this, we have to run pip install allure behave, and then copy this. This is a command, right? For generating the reports. Okay, this is one of the command I can say. This command is enough. Okay, using behave, we are generating the allure report. Paste it, done. Allure behave formatter and all those stuff are coming. Now, what else we have? Just click on, that's it, I guess. That's it. You don't have to do much. Now, here select allure report. Okay. Post build actions, allure. Here, give the folder that is the reports folder. Give the name of the report. Okay. That's one more thing. Post build actions. Here, give reports, the folder in your project code. Okay. That is the reports folder under which that JSON files will be created. Now, apply and save it. Once you have done that, just click on the build. This is a job we have just now created. Let's click on build now and see what's happening. You see the build started. The build started. We can see all the changes. If you want, you can go inside the build and see what's going on inside the build. If you want to really see, right, just go to the console output and see what's going on. You see this command is being run now. Virtual environment is getting created. Instead of staring at that build progress, right, we can look here to see what's going on. Yeah. All the things will be running. All the commands will be running. Allure, behave, and all those things will be installed. And so now let's see the final command is running, which need to run our automation scripts. You see the automation scripts running started. So there are a good number of automation scripts. I think there are around 14 or something I remember. So that will take a lot of time, but one of the scenario we'll see. And after that, I'll pause the recording and resume the recording once all the tests run. Okay, now I'm passing the recording and resume once all the tests complete. As you can see, there are 14 scenarios out of which 2 failed and 12 got passed. Okay, this intentionally failed. We know that earlier we have intentionally failed it. The same thing happened in the Jenkins also. So now let's go back here to this build which got failed, and there are two scenarios which got failed, and there's one option coming up that is Allure report. Click on that. Let's see what happens. It has generated a report for us, right? So which has all these 14 things, and two got failed, as 12 got passed. And now let's go. Here are the functionality by functionality things. Here one of the scenario on that such functionality is passed. We got everything good. Select this. Okay. So here you see this step got failed. It got a screenshot attached also. Everything is working fine. Okay. So this is how we have to use and set up GitHub Jenkins. Okay. With this framework thing that is Behave BDD hybrid framework with page object model. Okay. The same, if you would have understood this session well, if you have gone through my previous section where I covered Jenkins, GitHub. Okay. So there are a lot of topics here which I covered earlier in this series. If you have gone through all these things, you would have understood this topic pretty easy. Okay, pretty easily. Okay, so that's all for this session. So that's all for this session. With this, we are done with Behave BDD hybrid framework with page object model thing. Okay, so thank you. Bye bye.